This might be the single greatest thing I have ever accomplished here on the channel. This might be the greatest deck I have ever built, the most glorious, beautiful deck that I have ever created for YouTube. That's right, we are taking the Neospatian Turbo deck to the whole next level. I have cooked. This is fantastic. I love it so much. Let's go over it. So, Sork is gone. R.I.P. Sork. You're a good card and all that, but no room for you in here. Instead, we've got triple Dark Nephthys with trade-in, full 3 Dark Creators, on top of Dad, of course. Dad's still the best card in the deck. The monster lineup, largely the same. We swapped out the Glow Moss for a 3rd Dark Panther since we're on triple Nephthys and triple Creator, obviously. And then we're also on triple Armageddon Knight still. Triple Junkseeker on still, same 5 Spations, 2 Cross Porter, and then 1 Plague and 1 Gores. Now, the spell lineup. We have gone from playing a lot of draw spells to even more draw spells. We're on trade-in now because of all the 8s. And then the trap lineup basically got replaced with Reckless Greeds and a Return from the Different Dimension. So we stole Zach's trap lineup from his Vayu Turbo build or whatever, and we implemented it in here. So yeah, this is the logical conclusion. This is the end point. This is what we have been building towards with all of the Neospatian decks so far on the channel, and I gotta say, I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. It looks beautiful. It is beautiful. Let's get into it. Let's look at the replays. So I played 2 matches with the deck, and as you can see, this hand sucks. Like, we're going up against Amaryllis. We draw Upstart. You know, I even thought that this might be a Morphing Jar set, because he like set 2 and didn't dust shoot me. But then I was like, nah, it's probably just Starlight Road. But then it was a Morphing Jar anyway. So we do low-key kind of get blown out by this Morphing Jar. We're going to go trade in. We're going to go... I think we're out of Porters, so no sense foolishing. Yeah, we just draw more cards, and then we use the Dark Nephthys, because we might as well, and then we pass the turn. Dark Nephthys is actually... It's surprisingly decent, especially with Creators. You can just like pitch it for trade and bring it back with Creators, start popping back row. It gives you a sort of like free piece of spot removal to deal with defense, so it's not a terrible card. Anyway, the Dark Nephthys comes back. I decided to hit one of the original 2 back row, so we take out the Polynosis, which Polynosis actually doesn't interact with Dark Nephthys at all, which is kind of funny. At least, yeah, I don't think it should. It's just like a Judgment, but you tribute a plant. So now we go for the Storm. Phoenix Wing, Windblast, Jits, Chain, but that was kind of what we were counting on because it means we can summon the Dark Creator. Now I have this bad habit of putting Dark Creator in attack mode because I always feel like we're going to run everything over. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I should have. Well, maybe it is worth it to take out the Amaryllis, but it's like... The Amaryllis... I guess it threatens to hit over the Lila, maybe, but I just don't... Because, like, if the Dark Creator doesn't get run over here, and we just keep getting dumb, stupid pluses with it Yeah, I don't know. I put it in attack way too much. It was something I noticed in hindsight from these replays. I definitely did not play anywhere near optimally in these replays, and we're going to see that a lot. So here I hang on to the Nephthys. Actually, why, though? I don't know. Anyone's guess what oh, because I want my thing to die so I can drop Creator. All right, that makes sense. It makes sense. So we're going to take a bunch of damage. Yeah, we take a bunch of damage, and now it's like, all right, this time I'll learn. I'll put a Creator in defense mode, maybe. Tell me I put it in defense. Oh yeah, we like accidentally do things out of order, but our opponent's cool. They let us do it right. So now I'm like, all right, I'm learning from my mistakes. I put them both in defense. And then we just hit over the thing, which actually they could have gardened that and maybe should have gardened that. I guess the thing is it's just dying later anyway. So here, I just bring back a Nephthys. I don't know if I should have done that. Maybe I should have just brought back a Porter, and then if it dies, we can search the 3rd Panther, and then we can Allure. That might have been better, because it's just like a 2400 dude anyway. What's it even doing? It literally just gets run over by this Titanial. It was actually like food for their Lord Poison and Crash into. So I definitely, yeah, this turn I do some strange choices. Well, the only real misplay, I guess, is maybe just like not, or is putting the Creators in attack mode actually, and then hitting over the Amaryllises. That was just dumb. Because if we just like stalled, there's no way we're getting burned to death. I could have made Thought Ruler, but now I think Thought Ruler just loses here because they're both mandatory. So mine will just be Chain Link 1 or something, and then I die. So then we have to get more creative. I have to somehow get one of my monsters outed so we can make, like, Brionica. Okay, we go into Thought Ruler Archfiend. They Polynosis the Thought Ruler Archfiend. So I'm like, all right, I guess that works. The plan was to hit into the Raikou, but now we can actually do stuff in main phase 1, so we can bring back the Junk Synchro on normal summon, Synchro for Brionica, and attack for game. I kind of butchered that one in a lot of ways, and somehow we still just pulled it out. Double Dark Creator, like, every turn is just, it's a lot to deal with, so we bring out the Armageddon Knight here. We growed up for the Junk Synchron to thin our deck, and then, I forget, do I hold the Upstart? I probably just hold the Upstart. Yeah, sometimes you want to hold draw spells just in case, just to, like, wait for the turn where you want to, like, go off and stuff. So here I go. My plan is just to force a Phoenix Swing. Actually, he maybe should have just... Well, it would have made sense to Bottomless, except he wants to resolve the Miracle Fertilizer, so he's going to bring back the Titanium. Titanium hits over. I choose not to search because we only have 2 Spations left in deck, and I don't want to turn off one of my contacts. We draw into a trade-in. We trade in pitch, and we draw another Spation and an Armageddon Knight, and it's just like, all right, that's not great. We're going to pass here, and then, the opponent actually just concedes because their hand is bad, which... My hand was also pretty bad, so I think they could have played this out, but yeah, that was that match. Next match is up against something I can't even identify, which is always the best thing to play against, honestly. So we open an awesome hand. I mean, like, Foolish Contact, where we're chilling. We love this. And then I'm like, I'm planning to go up to 5 darks so that I can create or dad, win the game, essentially, is the thought. The opponent actually goes for Stardust here. Yeah, they go for Stardust and then set their back row. Which is, I guess, fine. We Reckless Greed. I don't know. I think maybe I Reckless for, like, 1 Reckless too many times in these replays, too. But now it's just a matter of, all right, bring this back. And I'm in an awkward spot, because if I Storm, he negates, and then I negate, we're at 4 darks. And then the dad doesn't come down. I guess I could... No, wait. I could pitch Nephthys, though. Okay, that was the... I could pitch Nephthys and banish 2, which would put me at 3, and then I could bring down the Dark Arm Dragon. So I guess that is why I stormed. But then he had Road. I was like, what the hell? We got roaded. So now we just got Pray No Mirror Force, I think. Which is it's an awkward way it turned out. But we can trade the Panther for the Stardust eventually. Yeah, so our Panther dies, and then now I'm just, like, wondering why this creator's in attack mode again, because putting this in attack accomplished absolutely nothing. If it was Mirror Force, like, he just top decked, we'd have just lost for no reason, when we would have otherwise been fine. If we just put the, like, 3k defense is hard to, okay, it's hard to get around, man, and it's a Dark Monster, too. Catastrophe doesn't even work. What was I saying? Okay, yeah, so our turn is here again. We basically know there's a Gores, like, it's very telegraphed here, so I just, like, I conclude that I can't find some weird Armory Arm route to lethal, so I just decide to conventionally attack everything, give them another turn. We go Reckless Greed again, which I should have used that Reckless Greed a turn earlier, actually, because we just, like, went -1 for no reason, because I forgot I had the Reckless Greed set. But anyway, yeah, we got, like, a billion ways to take out all of his sets. So we summon an Armageddon Knight. We can even, like, create or bring back Crossporters, special the Dolphin, and then rip the last card out of his hand if we want to, but... yeah, it's not going to be what happens. So on to game number 2. We open a solid hand. And the opponent opens Few, and then charge, and they almost mill all their Raikou. I still can't figure out what they're playing. It's like some weird good stuff pile, but I think they eventually just set Raikou, and then... Actually, why are they thinking so long here? I'm right. Past me is correct to be hand shuffling. This is really not complicated. So we go summon Porter, or summon Armageddon Knight, send Porter, yeah. His hand is so good, actually. Maybe I should have waited a turn on the trade-in. I don't know. But it's like... everything actually goes wrong because he makes Iron Chain Dragon and, like, mills me to exactly 1 too many darks. So then I'm like, alright, I guess... Maybe I just shouldn't have gone for this Reckless Greed. Maybe that's what I did. But the draws were so good, actually. It's like, kind of... I don't know, we contact... We just needed to find a single one of our level 8 monsters drawing, like, these bajillion cards. And we just don't. We actually just don't. We upstart, and we allure, and we still just don't find a level 8 monster. If we did, we'd have just had some crazy, like, return play. But instead, we just, alright, I guess I've got to do this. And then Ab-Zero comes down, and then he's, like, I'm pretty sure he has a Monarch or something, so I just, like, say, screw it. How did that happen, actually? How did I draw that many cards and we didn't find... the milling killing the Dark Arm was bad, too, but... Yeah, this hand's a lot worse. Well, I made a mistake, too. I shouldn't have set this Reckless. I don't know, I just, like... I'm not used to playing decks with Reckless Greed, and I'm being really dumb about it, I think. It's the best I could figure, because it was just, like, not smart to set Reckless there. Because my Nep's going to come back, and then I have to use it. So now he just randomly Typhoons and hits my friggin' return, which actually would have been so good. It would have been so good to have return next turn, but he kept Typhooning against me, and then Typhooned my return, so now this is just going to shit. I decided to pass. I'm just like, screw it. He should have maybe Kai'd me. I think he definitely should have Kai'd me. I would have just put it back to the hand, but is it really that bad to have Kai'd back in your hand? Because now we get to do this play where we're under Reckless, but we're still, like, sifting through our deck here with the Armageddon. I think we said Plague Spreader, actually. And then I used the Nephthys so that, yeah, he won't set anything. But actually, he's got Gores anyway, so he's not setting anything. He goes into a... Does he go Bryonic? So, yeah, I think he bounces his own guy, and then he bounces my Goyo. And then just passes because I guess he loses to Gores or something. I don't know. Like, I think your own Gores wins the Gores War, maybe. But it's bad because he's top decking into Mali. So now the Nephthys comes back. I decide to make another, just remake the Goyo. And then steal his guy because I'm pretty sure this will win. I think about bouncing my own Nephthys in main 2. I was like, I knew the Armageddon Knight was in hand, so what's the chance the last card is Gores? But then it is Gores. So I decided to just take out his token with the Bryonic and hope he doesn't top deck into a back row. I feel like he probably won't. Now we draw Creator, so now I just feel super safe no matter what happens because we can just follow it up with Creator if he happens to out my field. He draws into Pot of Avarice. He puts it all back, but I don't think he ever ends up outing all of these big dudes. He's only got 3 cards. He summons Gale. He could have just summoned Turtle and then, like, go into Spirit Reaper or something. I don't know. Does he play Spirit Reaper? Well, we draw Panther, which is funny, and would have outed that Spirit Reaper eventually for us, I guess. But, yeah, not going to have to resort to dropping Creator in this game. In fact, the weird, awkward board we made under Reckless Greed lock somehow just does it for us. So, yeah, that was weird. This deck's interesting. It's a lot of fun. As you could tell, I'm definitely new at it. I made a good few, like, mistakes in here, which is easier to do than you would think in these turbo style decks, so maybe I just need to get used to it a bit more, get a bit smarter with the way I'm using my cards, but I do think there's some potential there as, like, a crazy turbo option, like a pseudo Norlerus kind of deck, but not Norlerus. I definitely see it. It's a lot of fun, at the very least, and I don't think it's terrible. So that's the build. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you thought it was cool. Let me know what you thought in the comments section. I'll see you next time. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Furthermore, if you enjoy my content, you should think about becoming a channel member. You get access to tons of bonus content, and it's a great way to help support the channel.